What's going on YouTube? This is day 4 of the trading boot camp. I believe yesterday was about liquidities and liquidity sweep, and day 2 was about trend. And day 1 was about discipline. So today is going to be about patience and how important patience is in the markets and why you need patience in the markets. It's gonna be one of those yap sessions again, one of those days where we won't really touch the charts. Should be a pretty quick boot camp video today. Just want to go over like patience and how it can really elevate your trading. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So why patience is so important? To me, patience is so important because in trading, a lot of times we don't, as beginning traders, a lot of times we don't understand or realize how many opportunities there are in the market, and we develop this thing called FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. I know you probably heard this a lot in life, or maybe people apply it to peer pressure and just things of that nature. But it's real. It's a real thing, and it's really a real thing in trading. And a lot of times, as humans, when we see the opportunity to make money and to make money fast, we go after it. That's why we do things like gambling. That's why we do things like sports betting and things of that nature, because we see money and we want to make it as quick as possible. That's not the case with the market all the time. Sometimes money will come fast. Sometimes money will come slow. Sometimes you'll be on the charts for hours and hours, and your trade setup never presents itself. And it's okay. It's okay not to trade every day. It's okay to sit on your hands sometimes and just watch the market move. Maybe it's not a good day to trade today. Maybe the market's consolidating. Maybe it's going side to side to side to side. Do you really want to trade that? No. You want to trade directions. You want to trade the trend, and you want to trade your setup. So patience really elevates a trader's mindset, and it really will take you to that next level in trading if you can get it down. Because once you understand the basics and once you understand the strategy that you want to trade, and you've proven to yourself over time that that strategy works, the only thing that really will be stopping you is you waiting for that strategy to play out. Maybe you only seen 2 out of 3 of the confluences that you normally wait for. That's no longer an A plus setup because you only waited for 2 of the confluences and you normally enter off 3. Or maybe you seen price moving fast in one direction and you normally wait for a retrace back up to get into your trade, but you see it going so fast and you really don't want to miss out on the trade that you enter, and now you have to put your stops at that point where you figured it would retrace to, or you've seen it retrace to multiple times. You put your stop there, you get stopped out because you had a bad entry because you weren't patient because you had FOMO, and now you get stopped out and price runs all the way to your TP after you get stopped out because you didn't wait for all your confluences and you weren't patient. So yeah, that's why patience is so important. You gotta have a trader's mindset. You gotta have a winning mindset, and patience is really key to having a winning mindset. So is discipline, which I covered in the first trading boot camp. But yeah, patience has really elevated my trading to the next level, especially these past few months. It has changed my strategy, which was a 50% win rate strategy or a 60% win rate strategy, to a 90% win rate strategy, when really my strategy was always 90%. I just never waited for those A plus setups. I always, sometimes I waited for those A plus setups. Sometimes I entered off. The market is moving fast in this direction, and I only have 1 confluences out of my 4, or 2 to 3 confluences out of my 4, and I want to enter because price might leave me, and I end up losing that trade. And that's what made my win percentage so low, because patience. I literally just didn't have patience. I literally could not sit in front of the chart and just watch it move. I had to press a button, and that's not the way you want to be in trading. I couldn't sit on my hands. I couldn't let the day or let the morning go by me not take a trade, which I want to let you know about this too. It is totally okay not to trade every day. Sometimes your setup will present itself, sometimes it not. It won't. Um, Less is more in trading, so the less trades you take, the better most of the times, so that you can lock in those profits and build over extended period of time. Trading is a slow stack of income. Really, anything you do that is gonna make you wealthy in a skill that you build that's gonna get you money is a slow, constant stacking of income over time. Sometimes you might blow up, like maybe the people, for example, maybe the people in who invested in Bitcoin back during COVID times. The stock market blew up, they made a lot of money, but at the end of the day, that's luck. It's luck. No one knew that was gonna do that. No one knew that it was gonna shoot up like that. It's luck. With trading, you wanna rely more on probability than luck. That's why you be patient and wait for your setups. That's why when you get in your trade and you know you followed all your confluences to the T, you're no longer worried. That's what a trading and a winning mindset is. You don't worry when you enter trades. You don't worry about risk because you know you're risking the right amount. You know you waited for your setups. You know because you've seen this setup work time and time and time and time again. And it gets to a point to where you see it and it's just like you have to take it. But only take trades when you see that setup. Don't take trades off of 2 to 3 ICT concepts that you just learned last week and that you said you seen work for this trader and you seen it work this many times because you might not win that trade. You're ruining your probability. Your 70 to 80% win rate might go down to 50 to 60 because you're adding new things to your trading and you're not being patient and just waiting for the stuff that you know works. So yeah, bit of a yap session for me. Biggest key takeaways from this trading bootcamp video, and the homework for you guys is ask yourself, are you a patient person? Not just in trading, but in life in general. Are you easily angered? Are you easily anxious? Are you easily provoked to do things? Or do you wait? Um, for example, do you invest in something or invest in the stock market or whatever you do? Say you invest in yourself. You practice. You're a basketball player. You practice every day, shooting jump shots, shooting jump shots, shooting jump shots, dribbling the ball. Are you the type of person that after that week or that week and a half you see no progress? You're still shooting the same percentage from the field. Are you that type of person to just drop it and give up, or are you patient to see whether or not that after week 2 or after week 3 that your percentages go up and you become a better player? Ask yourself that, as well as look up the definition of patience and really understand that definition and develop your trading strategy, whether that's ICT concepts, smart money concepts, which are also ICT concepts, whether that's support and resistance. Develop your style of trading and please backtest these styles of trading, backtest your strategy, forward test your strategy, trade paper on the markets with your strategy, and see how many times that strategy plays out over a month, how many times that strategy plays out over 2 months, how many times that strategy plays out over 3 months before you even consider putting money in the market. And if you see constant outcomes from that strategy, don't stray away from that strategy. Write the strategy down, write it down on Notion, post it on the side while you trade every day to see if you see those confluences play back. And be patient and only take a trade when you see those confluences play back. And it should become so normal and it should become so second naturist that I just made that word up, second naturist. But it should be so installed in your brain seeing this strategy play over and over again that you don't really know how to take a trade other than that strategy, and you want to see that strategy play out and you want to be patient and you don't want to be in the markets if you don't see that setup. So yeah, don't don't trade don't trade brainlessly. Don't trade mindlessly. Don't trade because you think that if you don't get in this trade now, that you will never get in this trade. And sometimes that might very well be the case, but you should be able to live with that. Live with missing that trade because it wasn't your A plus setup and it didn't play out in your favor how you seen it play out over long periods of time, back testing and forward testing and seeing the strategy play out. So yeah, be patient, stay safe. Always remember, patience is a virtue. It's hard to say be patient because as humans we are always taught to yeah, because a lot of times as humans we are taught that a lot of times as humans and as we develop, we see money and we want to make it as fast as possible, and we aren't willing to be patient and wait for the money to stack up over long periods of time and to see that constant growth. That's why a lot of people rather gamble and put their money in sports betting or spend it at the casino than put it in a stock or put it in an index fund or put it in a bond because they're not willing to see that money that compound interest grow over time. They want to see that money in their hands instantly as fast as possible. Same thing with trading. You got to be able to not just wait for your trading strategy to play out, but you got to be willing to um, take those short gains and take those long gains and stack them up over time and take those and keep those losses small. So that way, over time, months, years, 10 years, you're building that wealth. Next thing you know, that first year, you may have made $1,000 that first year or $10,000 that first year. Then that second or third year, you make 50K, and then that fourth, fifth year, 100K, six year, 1 million, things like that. So that's another thing that deals with patience and trading. But that pretty much concludes this Yap session, and that is day 4 of a trading boot camp. I'm proud of you all for making it this far. Those who have been keeping along, as always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you never miss videos like this. If you have any questions or want to see a specific concept covered in next boot camps or future videos on this channel, make sure to leave that in the comments below. As well as if you want to see me trade live with others, as well as grow in a community of traders so you don't have to go through this trader's journey alone. I would advise you to join the Income Architects Discord listed in the description below. As well as if you may have missed the previous 3 trading boot camps, I would highly recommend you go and rewatch those, which will also be in the description down below. It's been a pleasure. It's been M and Q Mondo. Peace.